of dive hero will find it quite difficult to get close, and the Paquito
Finally.
me and Big Bro Lius has been talking about finally makes an appearance that will be most likely in the EXP lane.
Yeah, supposed to be like that, but two heroes, Melissa and Paquito, one of the strong contender here with the jab and also the heavy left punch coming from Paquito, can try to dive into the backside of Bangladesh. Who will be the last pick here coming from Bangladesh? Because right now they still need a magical damage. Lunox is still a possibility, but I feel like they really need a total burst hero for
Lilia?
this arena. Lilia for the team fight. It's good.
Team fight and security, because there's going to be a lot of threats. Atlas, Valentina, Karina, and Paquito. Every single one of these heroes, if you're too immobile, you will get bursted, but Bangladesh will try and, risk it going for that Iesf pick. The IMU, as we mentioned, can be still used as well. So the early game, I think, will be so critical in deciding how effective this Iesf will be for Bangladesh, because on the back foot, Iesf is a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, it is.
That's why from Bhutan, early game is strong, but on the middle to late game is strong too, because they have Melissa too, and of course Paquito on the middle to late game from the knockout strike, jab, heavy left punch. It's already burst damage to take down one hero at least.
So who will take this fifth game? Is it gonna be Bhutan or is it gonna be Bangladesh? Everyone, please show your support for Bhutan and Bangladesh in the comment section below, because we will just jump into the last game of the first match here between Bangladesh versus Bhutan on the fifth game of Bali 14 World Esports Championship 2023.
Well, early on, we can already see the difference here, right? Very calculative case coming in from both these teams, and a pause actually gets called out here. So we'll have to see what exactly is the main issue. More time for both these teams to discuss how exactly do they want to go about this, right?
Because of very strong things, it's gonna really matter.
Yeah, and now we are back to land of down game with the Hercules is trying to play aggressively, trying to disturbing like for the Ryus and Karina to make sure he didn't farm very well.
Right, the Wiz in the early game here will do a lot of damage, but of course Hercules, he's used to a lot more of these engaged heroes. On a Matilda, will he find the same kind of success? Already pressuring here from the side of Bangladesh. The Clint pick, as we mentioned, is a bully pick, and with the Matilda, that's double the trouble. But of course, once it gets to level 4, there's a lot more risk of them getting comboed by the composition from Bhutan.
But we are seeing the top lane right off the perfect match connect to the Matilda and try to give some damage. The Melissa is also having a very, very good movement right there. Well, we see that actually in the first, the early game, it's not too aggressive unless it's the one last sack that is jumping to the jungle of the side of Bangladesh. So they want to play aggressively on the side of the Karina. But I feel like right now, Bhutan need to play more aggressively compared to the Bangladesh.
Yeah, because he have Karina to make it like a snowballing play style. Even the Baxia having hard time right now to be got eaten by the Shadow Salt. And even Hercules trying to break up, but now 2 heroes is more than enough to bring Bangladesh if they are bravely playing, like aggressively playing to try to pressure Bhutan. They can be punished with the movement from Bhutan.
Exactly. Bhutan has a lot more aggression possible. And as you mentioned, level 4 combos available soon enough. The turtle, though, will be taken purely off the back of the wave pressure coming in from the side of Bhutan. That is already a small victory, but of course, the game has only just begun. We are only 2 minutes in.
Yeah, 2 minutes in, so everything still can happen right now inside of the Land of Dawn. But right now, we are seeing like more, I can say like more cautious about things that they need to do. They are more careful over the movement that they will try to give to the side of the opponent. But the gold above apparently being stolen by this Melissa from the side of Bhutan.
Great play by ZXCR for sure. He will need any kind of gold he can get there, because he's being absolutely bullied here. Matilda and Clint, not a very fun combo to go up against. And Strife, I think it's gonna be, he has a big role to play in the early game by how far and how often he can roam and maybe get dives or kills with the real manipulation. But a Wizard being jumped on by the Paquito. and it's still very, very slow in the early game.
I mean, yeah, it is definitely. But yeah, I do like how Strive tried to bring the mystery shop inside of the magic warship because he wants to have more upper hand inside of the item so he can give more damage to the side of Bhutan, because he knows that actually in the terms of EXP, definitely Valentina will be on the higher level compared to the Bangladesh side. So yeah, I feel like Bhutan right now is trying so hard to have the advantage over the movement that they can try to get inside of the land down.
Yep, and the difference is when IMU is pop up right now, to copying the reward manipulation, the difference is Valentina didn't get more stacks like the Iesf do. And now on the mid lane, like Hercules, with Matilda on the side of Bangladesh, it can bring up more mobility to bring pressure to Bhutan.
Yeah.
The issue right here is there's no Franco to be that X factor for the side of Bhutan. So they're having issues engaging, and later on it will be in the hands of Ryus to try and make that play happen. But of course, it's not nearly as dynamic as an Iron Hook or any other engage tool. It's very much a teamfight centric ultimate, and Bangladesh know that. They're trying to make sure they keep their distance, and they are pressuring again, trying to use their heroes to his maximum potential, and they see that way.
Battling is going to block out the reward manipulation, two reward manipulation at the same time as Quit. And Zeus is taken down. Isas is cannot
Four
stand
members
alone
down.
very well, and X-Win with the last bar, double kill is got by one last sec.
Oh!
Look at the Dendo. He's trying to dive in the outer middle turret to get the kill.
Oh my god, Dando is playing it really dope, jumping in and trying to focus. It's counted as wipeout actually because it's 5 members down inside of Bangladesh side, and Bhutan taking all of the advantage. I don't know why they are keep upgrading. They keep like stepping up their game. They know what they need to do, and they are actually reading all of the movement coming from Bangladesh.
I wonder if it's just them feeling the pressure and like taking it more seriously, because we see that they're taking less 50-50s, and right now, having that Taquito, this might be a secret pick they've been saving, because you can see that Dendo is just doing so much better on it. He's still having the lane pressure as far as pushing goes, and he can roam and actually be a huge X factor in that mid lane as well. So for Bhutan, things are smooth sailing, but of course they're only 2k gold ahead. They will try and increase that lead later on with their team fight advantage when it comes down to it.
Yep. But in the mid lane, we are seeing that actually real world manipulation being open. Try to push back the players coming from Bangladesh here. Because you know the Valentina will be always focused with the IMU to get over the real world manipulation because they have the Atlas. So with that real world manipulation, it's gonna help much for them. But you know, actually the position of the Iesf and also Valentina will be mattered later on inside of the big team fight. But actually jumping with the Shield Unity, going to the top lane, perfect match as well, not getting anyone from the side of Bangladesh. I think they will try to disengage at this rate. They are not going to be focusing and forcing the war when they know it's not going to be advantage for them.
Seems like both teams are just going to wait for the objective to come up. And right here, yet another pause has been called out. Of course, this is a very important match. It is a very important game because it will decide the winner of the match. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just have to be patient.
That's true.
You know,
so before
fairness.
we're jumping to the game again, I want to open up the war before, but Bhutan was like, okay, hold up, we can do it. And they are actually getting a wipeout basically by 5 kills on the head of Bhutan. But we are back to the game here. And look at that one. This is only 6 minutes, but the mid lane turret is only one blow away to be taken down inside of Bhutan's hand. But yeah, right now the turtle is on the hand of Bhutan, but on the other side we are seeing that actually the Melissa is taken down and they are going to be focused to get over the purple buff on the side of Bangladesh. Even though that we are seeing that actually the turret is being taken about. Strive almost get caught here by Dome, but the real world manipulation and also with the flicker tried to run away, but the quick draw able to get 1 kill right here. Bhutan need to get back as soon as possible after taking 1 turret in the mid lane.
overall, it comes even, huh? Both teams lost their gold laners. I guess Bhutan got the purple buff on top of the tower as well. It's still pretty even, but Bhutan comes out slightly on top, and now they know they can't stick around too long after making a play, because Bangladesh, they're going to send their members to try and collapse onto the people overseas, and just not respecting the potential from Bangladesh.
Yep. Because right now, like, they need to make Isas very, very bad to make a burst damage with his girl. Even one last stack. he need to be careful to aim Isas very well, because Isas will hiding in the back line, waiting for the moment to give a very, very big burst damage.
Will that happen soon though? Because it's actually right now circling Eagle to the front and aiming for the player of Bhutan. It will be battling open, but the real world manipulation counter by another real world manipulation coming from Valentina. But the damage that is coming from Bangladesh is pretty huge to take 2 down and even 3 members down from the side of Bhutan. Bangladesh back to their feet. They want to aim for more. Wow, the Paquito is actually taking 1 turret in the bottom lane.
The revenge team fight is very, very good from Bangladesh, because they can easily to get more outer middle turret again. And look at the items, Arashi.
Alright, you can see that the Genius one is completed for the Valentina. It's going to ramp up the damage quite a bit. But on the other hand, Enchanted Power Ice 1 will allow Strife to actually be such a problem for Bhutan, because they have limited engage. Once the Fatal Links is no longer available, they have to force through that real-world manipulation and the slow coming in from the Ice Queens 1. I think it's a very smart item choice for Bangladesh, and they are getting the advantage here as Strife, as you mentioned, gets jumped on.
But the gold on the head of Glenn is just like so huge. He is able to not doing anything, and we are saying actually right now battling focus on 1 member. Reward manipulation on the head of Strife here, but 1 last second will try to run away as soon as possible, but it's not gonna happen for too long, because 1 last second will be ground up by the player from Bangladesh. I think they are now playing with what they are doing just like the first game.
The XCR and Perfect doesn't enough to make a contest for the lower itself, so it's gonna be a reload for Bangladesh. They need to like manage the minion very well, because if they can do it, look at the drop from Bhutan. They don't have a very strong heroes to clear the minions so fast, Arashi. So if they can do it very well, they can get the base turret, at least 1 base turret.
That's true. But we're seeing here the damage that is given by the side of Bhutan is not enough yet. Is it because they are lacking in terms of item, or because of the initiation that they've been brought by Bangladesh? The Lord is marching to the top place there, Troy Eagle, and they will be able to take that Paquito down.
A very high tempo cave coming in from the side of Bangladesh. They still have the high ground possibilities. Everyone is still up, and they are chunking down the members of Bhutan, forcing them back into their own base. And right now they are gunning for the power. Fatal Links is being popped up by the Atlas. Ruin Manipulation is up as well, and that will be Bhutan actually falling into shambles. Bangladesh gets the advantage, but they don't get the power just yet. And now you can see 1 member stuck in the base, but they will be able to escape no problem at all.
Yeah, no problem at all. The real manipulation is not being stolen yet by the side of this Valentina. But Bangladesh want to play more early defense. They want to end the game. But look at that one, the jab is there and giving the damage that is enough to shut down the player from the side of Bangladesh. But the real world manipulation just being open to push back the players from Bangladesh. They are not taking anything actually. Not even trying to push them back, because actually they are retreating after seeing Strife being picked up.
At least they get 1 base turret. Like I said before, if they manage the minion very well, like the top base turret is already destroyed, so Bangladesh have more advantage from 1 laning super minion.
I think it's very important for them to stay in control, especially when it comes down to the vision game, right? Because for Bhutan, they have a lot more burst damage. Bangladesh have damage for sure, but it's Clint, it's Iesf, it does not come out very fast. Even the Baxia does very DPS-like damage. So if they can actually get vision, if they can be in control, they won't get caught out off guard, because of course, as we can see, a well-timed Fatal Links can actually turn the course of the game. And now Hercules getting jumped on, and he is going to flicker preemptively. That's really respecting the potential damage coming in from Bhutan.
It is.
Because maybe he is afraid of the potential of burst damage from Paquito, right? To knock out strike, the jet, it's still wait for... He need to wait for 120 seconds to make the flickers on again, so he can dive in or even disengage from the Bhutan when the team fights happens. But now, like Rius is trying to use the perfect match to get in the formation of Bangladesh, but Bangladesh is still playing carefully, playing patiently, so they don't like make the same mistakes like the game 3 or 4.
Yeah. I think right now Bangladesh need to make a really good barrier for the rest of the player of Bhutan to not be able to cross the river and get close to the north side. But you know they're missing one ambush on the other side when we know that actually it's being reset. But the Atlas is being caught up here. The Circling Eagle is already being opened. They really need to run away. Wizard, why he's going to that direction? He wants to jump out into that Melissa. But turns out this Melissa is prepared. Thunderclap, it's ready. Melissa is going to be down on the hand of Strife right there. And not only that, because they are aiming more real world manipulation. They run away, they flicker, but unstoppable for this Iesf. And double kill even with the quick draw. And the Circling Eagle get one last sack. Aiming for what? Because he is going to the wrong direction. Triple kill, 4-member Sun from the side of Bhutan.
Oh, it's gotta be disaster because the minion
Should
wave
they go
is
for the Lord?
coming from the top
They
lane.
can go for the end.
And only for the dome itself, trying to cover the base. Even like the Croc Strike didn't do anything much, and the base is getting hit by the Bangladesh. And now River Sweep is only 3.
It's a very sweet dream for the side of Bhutan. Unfortunately, Bangladesh, they shape up in the final game and they will be the ones who succeed in the first match.